What's going on, everybody? This is Patrick from Pores Unboxings, as you know, and today I'm going to be doing the AJ Styles collection of all the DVDs I have. So I have them from TNA and then WWE. So let's get started with this one. Phenomenal from TNA. This is from 2000, I think, 4. Yeah, 2004. So here's the disc artwork for this one. And then the matches are to crown the first X champion, AJ Styles, Jerry Lynn, Low-Key, and Psychosis. Triple Threat X title match, AJ Styles, Low-Key, Jerry Lynn. No DQ X match, AJ Styles versus Sean Waltman, which I think is X-Pac. AJ Styles versus the American Red. AJ Styles and D'Lo Brown versus Low-Key in Primetime Elix Skipper. I think that was just disc 1. AJ Styles versus Jeff Jarrett, Double J, Jeff Jarrett versus Raven for the world title match, NWA. AJ Styles versus D'Lo Brown in a ladder match for the world title match versus Low-Key. Then Styles versus Abyss. Then False Count Anywhere versus Abyss. And then a steel cage match versus Jeff Jarrett. I might actually watch this again for real. Yeah, so those are the 2 discs. Now we go over to Volume 2, which I need to show you the contents of. And then just little promos. And then I got that for some reason in there to save 74% off for a WWE magazine. But this is a TNA release. I got a piece of paper, just a blank. I think it's just a blank piece. Oh, whatever. Okay, so I'm just going to pop this in real quick for you. Come on. And just show you what's on it, because it has all these, but more matches on it. So just give that a second to load. And the music won't be copyrighted since it's in my headphones. So, Volume 2. This came out in 2007. Alright, here we go. Volume 2. I'm going to go to Career. Oh, wait, okay. So, you have Lockdown versus Abyss. No, wait. Are all these his matches on here so I don't have to show you? Hold on. Wait. That's all his matches, so I don't have to show you this. Alright, well, that was a waste of time. Remove. Just put it back in here. just show you what's on the back of here. You have versus Abyss, 6-side steel versus Jeff Jarrett for the NWA World Title. AJ Styles versus Samoa Joe versus Christopher Daniels, well, I think which is the best match on this DVD, versus Roderick Strong versus Percy Watson. Percy Watson, that's the WWE, sorry. Percy Williams. America's Most Wanted versus AJ Styles and Christopher Daniels. AJ Styles and Christopher Daniels versus the Lante Americans Exchange. Match of the year by fans. Okay. I doubt that. AJ Styles versus Chris Sabin for the X Division title. So, that is the disc artwork. And then we go into 2013. Formerly his end of career in TNA. 30 matches, 12 discs, 12 hours of action in a 4-disc set. Mine came a little broken because all the discs are falling out. So let's start on disc 1 for you. That's a picture. But like, I unwrapped this on Christmas and it came broke. So thank you, TNA Shop. But disc 1 and disc 2, you have Jerry Lynn, Low Key, and AJ Styles versus, here, I'll just take the cover slip out. If I can even, crap. You have Jerry Lynn, Low Key, and AJ Styles versus Flying Elves. First ever TNA match. X Division, AJ Styles versus Low Key versus Psychosis. Oh, calm down. My hand's getting cramped. Versus Jerry Lynn, crowned the first ever X champion. AJ Styles and D'Lo Brown versus CM Punk and Jason Cross. Oh, I better get that DVD on here. Okay. AJ Styles versus Raven versus Jeff Jarrett. AJ Styles versus Jeff Jarrett in 04. AJ Styles versus Jeff Hardy. Hardy's TNA debut in June. AJ Styles versus Kid Cash in a street fight. And here's like the cover, like the backing of it. I really like that. Here, what if I just take it all out? And then I can just put it back in. Versus Abyss. World title. AJ Styles versus Jeff Jarrett. AJ Styles versus Sean Waltman again. AJ Styles versus Samoa Joe versus Christopher Daniels. Iron Man match. AJ Styles versus Christopher Daniels. AJ and Christopher Daniels versus America's Most Wanted. Ultimate X match. No, crap. AJ Styles and Christopher Daniels versus the Latte American Exchange. AJ Styles and Tomiko versus Ron Killings and Consequences Creed, who Ron Killings is R-Truth in WWE, and AJ Styles versus Tiger Mask in 2008. Then we get into his Kurt Angle stuff. AJ Styles versus Kurt Angle in 2008. 2008 versus Kurt Angle, Last Man Standing. Legends title match. AJ Styles versus Booker T versus Chris Sabian. Douglas Williams. AJ Styles versus Sting versus Kurt Angle versus Hernandez and Matt Morgan. AJ Styles versus Sting. AJ Styles versus Samoa Joe versus Christopher Daniels. And then we get into his last couple years in TNA before going to WWE. Delando, whatever, versus Tommy Dreamer in an I Quit match where he used a fork in that match, which is cool. Versus Sabu in a ladder match. AJ Styles, Rob Van Dam versus Christopher Daniels and Jerry Lynn. I Quit match versus Christopher Daniels and Karasan, and then AJ Styles and Kurt Angle. AJ Styles versus Samoa Joe and Kurt Angle versus Kurt Angle and Christopher Daniels. AJ Styles versus Jeff Hardy. Great match. AJ Styles versus Austin Aries. AJ Styles versus Bubba Ray. So, let me get the cover slip back in. If I can. I'll just do it later. Then we have AJ Styles, WWE Most Phenomenal Matches, 3-disc set. This came out 2 years ago. I think in 2018, yeah. So, just have your 3 discs, all the same. So you have versus Chris Jericho versus The New Day with AJ versus Chris Jericho at WrestleMania 32. Styles, Kevin Owens, Jericho, Cesaro. #1 contender for the world title. Roman Reigns versus AJ Styles in their 2 great matches at Payback and Extreme Rules. AJ Styles versus John Cena at SummerSlam. Great match. I think they should have came out on DVD at Backlash versus Ambrose for the title. Versus Ambrose again at TLC. Okay, I'm going to switch hands. There we go. Styles versus John Cena at the Royal Rumble. Triple threat for the WWE title. I didn't even know this match happened on SmackDown. Versus John Cena and Bray Wyatt. AJ Styles versus Shane McMahon. And then triple threat for the #1 contender for the United States title. AJ Styles, Sami Zayn versus Baron Corbin. And then great picture of him versus Chad Gable versus Kevin Owens and Chris Jericho for the United States title again. Wait a minute. No, wait. That was versus Baron Corbin and Sami Zayn. Okay, so I was wrong. On a championship in India, I think. Not even in North America. Versus Jinder Mahal. Versus Brock Lesnar at Survivor Series. Great match. Nakamura WrestleMania 34. Great match at Money in the Bank. And then versus Andrade Cien Almas. Yeah, so AJ Styles has had a great year. Or has had great DVDs with all of these. So you tell me which one of these DVDs you think is his best. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.